What's up, video game dudes and dudettes? It's Josh and Matt, and we're here with the Video Game Collectors Podcast to talk about video games and collecting and
VHS tapes.
VHS tapes and philosophy on life too. So,
Oh,
yeah,
we're expanding.
we're trying to cater to a new audience. So this is our first approach at this: video games as life,
To play or not to play.
to play or not to play. Okay, Matt, what are we doing first? What are we jumping off with?
Video game news updates. What do you got?
Video game news updates in the world of collecting video games. Yeah, we've been gone for 2 weeks, so probably a lot has happened, but man, I've been checked out from collecting for a little while. So let's get back to the grind.
I think the trick is not to say we'll be on every week and then we will be, but when we say that, then we're not.
We're not. No, I was MIA the week prior, not last week, the week prior, because I was traveling to, where was I, Matt?
You were in Palm Springs, and then the week
Last
before,
week I was in Palm Springs, right? And the week before,
you were in what's the video game?
yes, Midwest Gaming, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So, yep, went there. Actually, I met a couple viewers. So
Really?
I met Timothy. Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
yeah, good dude. Met George.
Was he snarky?
Yeah, yeah. I called him an IT specialist, and he was not okay with that. So, no, he's a good dude, man. He actually showed up and he gave some consignments to. Nice guy, good dude. We walked around at the end of the show on Sunday, talked to some people a little bit. It was fun. George came the day before, talked to him for a little while. Nice guys, like
Cool.
those Midwest guys.
Cool.
Yeah, but back to video game news. Let's jump into WATA Games announcement.
Yeah, let me pull that up. Lots have been waiting.
Yep, there is. Can you believe it?
There it
A
is.
new holder update.
Are there any pictures yet? Are there any on here?
There's no pictures, but WATA is releasing their new holder. They sent this out on WATA Day, I guess. So they had a 16% discount if you submitted games, something like that. It looks like there's a cutoff. Orders after April 24th will be encapsulated in the new holder. All right. So
but
if
we
you have an
don't.
order placed before the 24th, but haven't mailed it, there's a 3-week buffer until May 15th to receive it in the new holder or the old holder.
So there's a. So wait a minute. Okay, so between April 24th and May 15th, it'll only be the new holder, and then by May 15th, you'll have an option to go back to the legacy holder for a little bit.
Yeah, all orders received after May 15th, regardless of when they were placed, will be encapsulated in the new holder. Then it talks about the legacy holder.
Yeah.
So that is a legacy case add-on to our website during the submission process, which is not active at this time. The summer will be enabling the option for a short time, and we intend to make this offering available on a seasonal basis. Between May 15th and the summer, there will be no other opportunity to receive the legacy holder.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm. And then they will be announcing when it is open so you can do a legacy holder. So,
Okay.
I know a lot of people have mixed reviews with changing holders and doing things differently, and that's okay. There's always going to be a resistance to change in anything. And in this instance, I think that it's a positive that WATA is changing their holder. As for as many people that have had good experiences with them, some people have not, from falling over, cracking, damaging, shipping. I can also imagine that the process of encapsulation is a process. So I can only imagine that the new holder will help streamline processes for WATA. which will not be a bad thing. And when you have streamlined processes, you can scale in different ways. So that's an exciting update from them. Go to the blog.watagames.com and there's a news article about it.
And I'm just excited to see the finished product.
Yep.
Because you could see the WATA holder we saw the new one or the new prototype anyway back at Portland Retro Gaming Expo, but obviously it's not the final. I'd like to see what they did with the labels, the final
Me
label.
Too. Yeah.
So hopefully that comes out, maybe a little bit before they switch to the new holders.
Yeah, but if you are thinking of getting stuff in the holder, the old holder, and you got some CIBs, you got some sealed games, and you have a collection of that stuff already in the holder, and you're like, I want to keep everything uniform, now's a good time to submit. This isn't a plug or any paid sponsorship from WATA. We are just saying that that's a good time to submit. So you got up until the 24th, right? But if you submit it and then don't ship it, you have up until the 15th. But submissions up until the 24th of this month.
I see. Okay.
Yeah. Enough with that. Let's move on to something else.
Okay.
But that's a big update. We've been waiting, so.
That is a big update. Let's go into some sales.
Yeah, sure, we can do that. But also in video game news, not just video game collecting news, but it could be collecting, depending on how you collect, the eShop for the Nintendo 3DS and the Wii U. I know we're a little late in talking about it, but that is shut down. So if you're a digital hoarder, which I think a lot of people are if they ever downloaded music from Napster, but if you are a digital hoarder, it was your last chance to download those games, buy them on your platform. And Nintendo is not making them accessible in any way, which is interesting to me. So,
wow.
Yeah, so they shut that shit down. It's done. I read more about it on Twitter or Reddit, where people really are up in arms about it, which is amazing to me. So,
okay. Yeah. I didn't know that.
But there is no legal way to get the items now. So
only the illegal way.
There's illegal ways to do things.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I just noticed that this tell us about this prototype, but I did notice that it's from Woodinville, which is basically almost right next to Redmond. So this kind of makes sense that it's up there.
Yeah, Spider-Man Venom Maximum Carnage Super Nintendo prototype. This is a cool prototype. It's got some cutouts on the back there, so the chippy canoes can show through. They're massive, right? That's a
that's what she said.
It looks like a CNC machined back shell on that cartridge. Like, definitely not just dremeled out with a hand tool.
Man, if somebody could do it by hand that good.
Yeah, that's what she said. Oh, darn. I should quit my day job and become a comedian.
Zinger.
Okay, yeah, so this is a cool item. Yeah, Woodinville isn't far from Nintendo headquarters, right? So
yeah,
there's a possibility there, or there's a possibility that Rainier Consignment sold it and they sell all sorts of video game stuff, and maybe they just happen to have it. But this sold at open auction with 32 bids, legitimate prototype, acclaimed video game. So yeah.
You know what's funny about this, which makes me laugh a little bit, because we have some Super Nintendo prototypes, right? And I do have one listed on eBay. I'm not plugging, I'm just saying.
No, we're plugging our prototypes that we're selling on eBay right now.
Okay, we do have prototypes on there. But that said, which we found from the Nintendo distributor, but that said, it was funny because I like to plug them in and take a screenshot. And the Nintendo are chip front. And then so I was trying to get a screenshot. I was trying to get a screenshot of the Super Double Dragon, and it wasn't working. I was like, what in the hell's going on? And then finally I figured out, opening another case, that the chips go backwards. And I was
You,
like,
you put the game, you fried the whole goddamn game, Matt.
yeah, it's gone. No, it still works. But
Yeah,
I thought,
no, for you novices like MCM Rose here, just make sure you flip that the other way.
the chips backwards.
Flip it
Hey,
and reverse it.
I didn't know. I've never had a Super Nintendo prototype. What do I know?
That's okay. Yeah. Well, if you had a Super Nintendo game and you took it out of the shell, you could tell too, Matt.
Yeah, I don't do that, just to look at it. There you go. Fun fact.
You don't
Fun
take
f-
it out of its shell just to look at it.
no, I don't. Not typically.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
Fun fact.
All right, we got a Castlevania Dracula X.
Wow.
Wicked cool. Sold at open auction with one bid at $1,200. Pretty nice copy. Box is a little raggedy, and the manual's got a thumbprint thingy majig on the side, but it's a good condition one.
I
Fair
didn't I didn't know that they went for that much.
Neither did I.
Wow.
That's why we're looking at sales. $1,200.
That's crazy.
Very good condition, but I would argue good condition based on the box and manual that I see.
I want to say I passed up on one of these at a sale I went to for a lot less than that. Okay. Never mind.
You passed up on a Dracula X at a sale?
Yeah, I don't know that game, so I don't know the price on it.
Wow, dude, why didn't you just text me?
Well, I'll get into the sale here because it's
Oh my goodness.
It's part of my wins.
Oh, video game amateur collectors. Cool.
Hey, I have yeah.
Okay. There's a sealed Mario 2. Looked like a pretty nice copy. This is an oval seal of quality. Scrolling down to that oval there, Matt. We got ourselves a little R beside it, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see the sides, the spine of this mother. One more. Let's look at that one right there. That's a red box warranty. So that's a late print of this game. Actually, the last print of this game. So it's last print that you can identify on the outside of the box. But yeah, it's very cool. Sold for $3,500. Yep. Nice copy. 50 bids, open auction.
50.
Yep. Shop Girls 4 sold that. She also charged $9.75 for shipping. And she's probably going to buy a bag, if I had to guess. Okay.
Well, I sure hope she doesn't put it in a bubble mailer. That's all I could say.
Oh, geez. Okay, we got one from our friend Rares Market, Jordan here. Sold a Cavern of Callisto? Or is it
Callisto?
It's just I need to Google the voice translation on that, but old Origin game, PC, big box.
Wow.
The likes of the company that brought us the Ultima series, right? So this is one of their older space games, but it's pretty cool. Really nice condition, really complete. And I just wanted to plug this. The seller's a good dude. He's got an amazing collection, and any chance we can see his games on here selling, I like to just kind of shout him out. Go look him up. Rares Market on eBay. He's running auctions all the time. Really unique items in the vintage PC world. So go check it out.
Wow.
For sure.
That's awesome.
That sold for $1,076.
That's crazy for a
man. I'd like to get him on the show. Actually, that's a dude I want to talk to on here.
Sure.
Talk to him about what he did with this whole collection that he acquired. It'd be really neat to learn more. Maybe he will.
Sounds good.
Okay, this one's for Kenneth Michael Stevens. I know he's a listener, and I like these games too. So there's 2 authentic copies of Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Halloween cartridge only by Wizard Video. Right, these sold. I think the price was accepted best offer. I want to say it was around $1,300. Just always like showing these.
Wow.
Really rare Atari cartridges.
Crazy.
Yep. And another rare Atari cartridge. Sorry, guys. There's a couple Lockjaws sitting on eBay. Lockjaw. Okay.
Looks like Pac-Man.
Yeah. Lockjaw. is the Apollo game Shark Attack, but it was originally called Lockjaw. They got a cease and desist from what's that stupid company that made Jaws?
Pac
MCA.
Pac-Man.
MCA is like, hey, you can't call a video game Lockjaw with a shark on the front. And so they changed the name to Shark Attack
Why can't they call it Lockjaw?
because it has the word Jaws in it. Jaw.
Oh,
It was
okay.
a trademark thing, and
Man,
the game
that's
got pulled. They're rare. It's a rare game. Finding a box for this thing and manual, it's impossible. This is a insanely rare video game complete in box. But this was a highlighted sale right here. I felt like it was started at $1749.99 open auction. It received a bid. It showed up in Terapeak, so I have to imagine it was paid for. But an awesome sale on that game. There's other ones sitting on eBay, I believe I saw, and they're a little higher price. But if you would like to do an Atari collection, this is a real mother to get. So just a cool one. And we're stepping in the Atari realm still. There's an Atari Falcon 030 with the original box, with matching serial numbers. These are very, very uncommon, but they've always commanded a premium. I sold one of these at PRGE in 2017, just the computer for $1,200. This was a great deal for how complete this item is.
Oh, give me that picture and let me.
Yeah, it's exceptional. But this is for you computer nerds out there. The box, this was a very good deal. I realistically think that this should be more like a $3,500 item.
It's coming from the North Pole too.
Oh shit, Santa Claus made it. Oh my God. Brand new.
Wow. That's
Yeah.
sick.
Very cool. Very cool. Those are the eBay auctions. That's what I had.
That's what you had.
That's what we
I
gave.
I was told we need to look at population reports and we need to look at Tiger Woods.
Okay.
Yeah. Instead of Halo. Somebody was shocked that I looked at Halo before I looked at Tiger Woods. But after,
you know what? I was not going to say anything about Halo this episode, Matt, but you brought the damn game up, and I was going to see if we could just get through this without talking about Halo once. I think every episode we've done, what is this, 57?
This will be 58.
58. Okay. Every episode we've done, we have not talked about Halo. And I would say that probably more than half of them we've talked about Call of Duty. So,
well, I'm a one-trick pony.
Yeah, well, you are a trick. So,
but it was interesting when I was pulling this up and I noticed how few 9/8s there are of Tiger Woods.
Yeah, you know what? That is a really cool statistic. I think part of it could be that Tiger Woods 10, Tiger Woods 9, 8 are not necessarily expensive games.
Yeah, they're like $20, $30 games. A lot of them. Yeah.
A lot of people haven't graded them. No. However, you're not going and getting a 30 pack of this mofo. You're not finding this in a case pack. It's an excellent video game.
Oh, yes.
Man, I really feel like Tiger Woods, like 06 and 07, they really hit the stride with those two games. Like, they're fantastic video games.
05 was my jam. That's where I got started and hooked. That's when I started actually golfing. And my gosh, I still play that. I got caught playing this, for about 3 or 4 hours the other day. Going back and playing 2005.
2005.
Yeah, they're so much fun.
They hold up too. That's the best part, because sometimes you sit down at a PS2 game. Not all PS2 games are created equal, because there are some straight garbage on the console. But when you can sit down on a sports game and get into it and play it for 3 hours on the PlayStation 2, that's saying something about the console to me. That's saying something about the franchise and the game and of the era of those games. Like, I think of 2005 was a good year for sports games. NFL 2K5 is a phenomenal football video game, and it holds up today. So
I think that's what we did with, I want to say it was Amped, but maybe it wasn't Amped. It might have been what snowboarding video game would have been out in 2000? Because Xbox wasn't.
Was it for Xbox you were playing it on?
It couldn't have been because Xbox wasn't till
Hmm. You were playing SSX.
was it?
Yeah, probably. Was it? It was one of the launch titles on PS2.
Oh, maybe we
Yeah,
were. That's funny because all these years later, I'm sitting here thinking we were playing Amped, and I don't think it was.
not
Huh.
then. And then there was like SSX Tricky that came out, and that's a really good game. Um, yeah, yeah, good call on the Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Let's hop into real quick. Let's hop into that's not going to do any good. Let's hop into comments. There's not a lot of comments this week.
yeah. Where'd everybody go? Well, this week we were 2 weeks late. Hey, I'm wearing
Yeah.
a green sweatshirt this time. I knew to change. I love it.
Uh, somebody named Decaps driver's license are a new phenomenon in Canada. Apologies for missing out on the call.
That son of a bitch. I got nothing to say to him. Um, get a license, dude.
Get a license.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
All right, and then we got Easy E here. Just looked at the pop reports for my Valis of Genesis. It isn't listed. I have a 9.8 and there's only a 9.6A listed. I know I got it back in February of 2023.
They're slipping.
Dan Gomez, where are you at?
Yeah. I think he was going to come on the show.
That's what I heard.
So he said.
It'd be fun to get him on here, and then I wonder if anybody from CGC would come on, Matt.
What if we could get Dan Gomez on and not talk about Halo or Call of Duty?
Yeah,
Is that possible?
I would each send you an expensive sealed video game.
If we couldn't talk about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wouldn't that be neat to if we could get somebody from CGC to come on?
Oh, couldn't we get Matt McClellan?
I wonder if he would. I bet we would. I could ask him. Maybe Jason would come on. And we don't even have to. I more than anything, I think that a lot of times grading companies get caught up with like this corporate idea that this is some corporation doing everything. And yeah, many times it is. Like they work for a corporation, but the people behind the jobs,
Our
they're like
collectors.
collectors, right? We can
Yeah.
sit here and talk to them about collecting stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Then-
I think that it's lost on people sometimes that there are humans behind shit, right? So
Sure.
I always just try to be nice to people anymore. I changed my old ways. So
PNW gamer guy. Reason I was asking was I was about to grab like 6 OG Xbox games that all have the Xbox sticker seal but no cello. I'm going to grab them still, but was just curious. Appreciate the input. Absolutely. Like Josh and I said, we love that variant. I don't know if it'll ever catch on with people, but it doesn't matter if you think it's cool and you want it.
yeah, low key, if you want to start buying some of those employee stickers, that's what we're referring to. The employee store sticker, no overwrap, plastic overwrap, not shrink. It's a more of a cello wrap over an Xbox game, right? And they would stick the Microsoft employee sticker. Sometimes they'd have a number. When people get rid of them, they'd cross the number out, whatever. But if it has a sticker on it and it has a certificate of authenticity on the side, that is a legitimate brand new game if it hasn't been tampered with, right? So go look for your favorite game with one of those. Like if you have a favorite Xbox game, go try to find it. And it goes up until a lot of the 360 games. So
a lot of times if people are reselling it back in the day, they'd actually pull those stickers off just so they wouldn't get in trouble because they do say do not resell. So a lot of times you'll see old Xbox games with just the security strip. Well, actually, that'd be a COA for that. And
it's just a cool, and it doesn't even have to be sealed, right? Like even if you find one that's opened, people are like, oh, well, you could just change the covers and slip them. You could, but nobody really collects Xbox stuff that hardcore. They're like, I'm gonna make this Forza into a Halo. Like, no, nobody's doing that shit. So
Here's
Get some CIBs if you like them too.
Timothy. Nike Twin Map Pack is first print. It was pre-order bonus with the Revolutionary Map Pack.
That pack wasn't even available until months after they came in.
Yeah.
What are we talking about?
I'm trying to remember.
Tiger Woods?
No. We didn't talk about Tiger Woods last time, did we?
Nike Twin Map Pack is first print. Man, he's gonna kill us, dude.
He's gonna be like, you idiots.
Can't wait till I read Discord later.
Guys don't even know what they're talking about.
Some 360 bullshit, I guarantee you.
And then this is where I got the Matt should have looked up Tiger. Basically, he guesses all my unboxing videos and says that there's Tiger Woods in there, and of course there are. So
yeah, well,
you win.
Following off on the comments, guys. I'm a little disappointed. Thank you, Pacific Northwest Gamer dude.
Guy. Yeah, he commented twice.
Yeah, that person. Thank you for commenting.
Yeah,
missed you, Andrew Brim, VG Collectaholic. Missed you. Don't know where you went. KMS, where you at?
Thanks for holding up
Texas
the channel for us.
Massacre here.
Really appreciate that. Well, I know one way maybe we could get a few more comments. How about this? So this isn't really part of my share, but it kind of is. I was selling a game. I realized that one of the little tabs in there was never connected because it was just gone. And so I was selling it, and the buyer was a little particular, and I didn't want him to say anything about it. So I showed it to him. I said, hey, I can get this recased. WATA recased it within 1 week. I had it out into my door. Just so you know, if you need to get it recased because of their issues, it was on them. That's my point. But in getting it back, WATA was a gem, and gave me a couple of gifts with it, which was very kind of them. Maybe that's what they do when they make a mistake on a case. I don't know. I've only sent back a few, but I got some nice WATA socks. These are comfortable. These are nice. And
did you argue that those are Aqua socks? Wow, my age is showing.
And I got a WATA bottle.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
don't give that away. I want that.
Who doesn't want a WATA bottle? What? So here's my point. I actually randomly had to send 2 games back. I never sent them back, and I got another new in the case and another set. So we're giving these away. So you don't get them, Josh. We're going to give these away. Can I comment? Yeah, you can comment. So I'm going to say most memorable comment. You can take that however you want. That could be funny. That could be cool. That could be epic story. I don't care what I'm not putting parameters on this. We're just going to say the comment that stood out to us the most. You're going to get free WATA socks and a free WATA bottle.
Yeah, and if there's more than one, then I'll pitch in and find something and send out too.
No, you're just SOL.
Oh yeah, that's probably it. Second place. There are no. You know what?
There are no.
You're not first. You're last.
Yeah, exactly. You only one winner.
Yep. No second place trophies in this bitch.
Maybe I'll make a trophy and send it to him.
Make it a second place trophy.
Yeah,
I'm all for that, Matt.
Oh, we might do that. Okay, I might. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah. So there you go. So now, comments, they hold value. So surprise us. Come on.
Could have been. You know what? The comment. They could have been this week that we did it. We did the drawing.
Well,
and
now it's this week.
We'll do it this next week, but moving forward, we'll just randomly do one. How about that? We'll just randomly do a giveaway based on comments. We'll do one next week, but going forward,
I have some games to give away too.
Yeah, I got something I can give away.
Yeah, because we make so much $0 with this channel that we can afford to give crap away.
We literally make $0.
We make minus dollars on this channel.
Actually, okay. Let me just recap Midwest Gaming a little bit. The show. what a fantastically put together show. The people who put that on, kudos to them. I don't know who they are. It was fantastic. I was set up with PWCC. We it was so nice for me because every show that I've ever been to, I've been a vendor. I've sold stuff. That is so much work for 3 days or 2 days, whatever you sell stuff for.
Yep.
This was so nice. I went with my company. I was able to set up, introduce myself to a lot of people I'd never met but talked to online. Met some really great people face to face, which is really nice. You know, humanizing collecting on the internet and meeting people face to face is great. I got to see people I hadn't seen in years, so it was a lot of fun too. You know, hung out with Frank from the Video Game History Foundation quite a bit. Hung out with Ian from old Digital Press days.
Yeah,
great dude. And he came up. He brought a 2GS, and we talked Apple games for a little bit. Man, if you don't know Ian, I wonder if we can find some links for Digital Press, old Digital Press.
Is Ian the one that would always come to Portland Retro Gaming Expo and buy stuff from us?
Yep, Ianoid. So if you're on any old forums, that was him. He's on Twitter as Ianoid. It posts really cool computer stuff usually.
I think he bought our Genesis. What's the one with the sword on the front? This Sentius, or I forget.
Was it a prototype?
It was a cardboard. No, it was just a harder
one.
Oh,
Crusader of Senti.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Oh, when we had
all those
Seaside. Yeah.
Yep.
It's very likely. But Ian is a collector through and through, doing sets, and great guy. Really, it was really great to connect with him. Went out and had schnitzel. Good guy. And got to see John Hancock and all the YouTubers.
John was over there too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Talked to Brett Weiss a little bit. Hung out with some Nintendo Age guys I hadn't seen in a couple of years because of the pandemic. They had I say Nintendo Age guys, that's funny, right? Nintendo Age isn't around anymore. But a lot of the guys that I would usually invite to my booth at Portland Retro Gaming Expo to set up, there was Bo, Kevin was there, Soul Goose Productions and Kahan Games. They were both at the show and set up in their own room doing homebrew stuff. Got to see Christian Ferris Bueller from Nintendo Age, and we chatted quite a bit. At Portland, we're going to have a dedicated table on the show floor that's going to be to represent just like homebrew stuff and Christian's documentary, Mother to Earth, which is a documentary about Earthbound. I picked up a copy of that. These are just good dudes that live and breathe this stuff, right? Like that's what Nintendo Age was. Video Game Age is great for what it is, but man, there's just something lacking there. And I can't put my finger on it. Community has just changed in this space. And Discord is a great place. Greg's server is really good. Greg, fucking Dylan. His server is great, but man, the community from Nintendo Age, and we would meet at shows over the years and set up, and
we had
meeting
events.
Dudes on the internet is something. I'll tell you what. It's not like what they say on Dateline.
We had the yearly events camp out.
Mm-hmm. So cool. It was great, and I'm excited for the Portland Retro Gaming Expo. I pre-bought two single booths. I'm not doing a massive booth this year. I will be there with PWCC, but I bought these booths mainly for Matt to hang out and just friends to come and hang out. I think Matt will probably have stuff to sell. And
we got a lot of PC stuff there. We're gonna have a lot of PC games.
So I got these two booths, and I'm like, man, you know what? These guys from Nintendo Age that love this shit. Like, I just want them to be there. And it's so much fun. All the homebrew stuff is next level. There was a dude that made the Garbage Pail Kids game. He got licensing from Tops or whoever owns the Garbage Pail Kids, and he made a homebrew video game of the Garbage Pail Kids. Excellent stuff. And he was on Nintendo Age. I didn't know who the guy was. I felt a little bad, but I was there so long, and towards the end I just kind of fell off. So it was really great though. The show was excellent. There was something for everybody. It was fun.
Cool.
So go to Midwest Gaming. I'm definitely going back. And I'm very thankful that I was able to go there and do work for PWCC. and get to talk to old friends face to face and show them where the hobby has evolved to, what's going on with it, and what different changes are. Because there's many guys that just they don't participate in the sealed game market, and that's okay, you know.
Yeah.
But if you participate in video games, the medium of video games, then I think that we all love this shit. And there's not really any needs to ever get up in arms about stupid stuff. So that's my thoughts on life, Matt.
Maybe someday we'll do a midsummer video game show, or we need to just do like a video game get together. That's like an annual thing.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Not at my house. I don't want people here.
Well, I tried.
We'll go to the Red Lion where they have karaoke. I'm okay with that. Yeah.
That'd be great. Let's get to some wins.
Do you want to do wins now, or do you want to open a sealed game or two?
Oh. Okay.
These were kind of losses, in my opinion, so figured I might open them. They're just so beat to shit. Faded N64 games. I got 3. I was thinking of opening them.
What if you just like open one? Do whatever you want.
I'm gonna open them.
Okay.
We're doing King Griffey Jr. He's not nice. I'm sorry. Sorry, I don't really care. I don't give a shit. I'll get it for the baggie in the inserts.
Do you think the manual's destroyed because it's so crunched up?
I don't know. That's what I'm interested in seeing. You can see here, I'm opening the ends here. It's pretty crunchy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't want to grade this one, but maybe I'll play it later. I opened the wrong end too.
That's what she said.
Oh man, I really did, because the tray's built in. So we're gonna have to slide this plastic off of here and open it from the other end. Hey,
Save that
there's
plastic.
a trick. Go put it over a mint CIB, right? And sub it to WATA. No, don't do that. People do that shit. They'll catch you. Okay, opening the other end. Hey, manual looks pretty nice.
That looks pretty nice.
A little bow to it. Set it under
well, sure, it's been
set it under somebody's mom for a couple days. We'll be okay with it. Insert, and this is a USA /CAN Canada -1 precaution booklet. What do we got? Let's see you. See the kid here.
Oh.
And if you want to know how they're folded, there you go.
Just however they no rhyme or reason, they just
all right
folded it over. You should sub that.
Maybe I'll send the cartridge to CGC. This is case fresh, or box fresh, right out of a sealed game. The cartridge label definitely has some imperfections on it. So
wow.
Yeah, it's not perfect.
Well, I'm sure didn't they hand pack these? Are they still in hand packing at this point?
Yeah, they were giving handies left and right on these. So yeah, you can't really tell. Maybe you can.
Or do you think that came from just like the box pressing in on it?
It could have been, you know. It's hard to see. There's little, like, looks like almost like a slice across his eye here.
Huh.
Kind of caught it there.
Yeah, I can't quite see it, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make
there it is. See it there?
Yeah, I see it. I got it.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's not a 10.
Brand new out of the box.
Not a 10.
Hey, we'll open another one next week.
That's what I was thinking.
Okay. That was kind of fun. Got some nice components. Now I just need to find a mint box. So it's one way to do it.
Let's I'll hop into my wins. because it kind of ties into that game that I had no idea the value. I think they may have had that there because the price was really high, and I was like, why would I buy that for that much money? Whoever this estate sale person was, they checked eBay, they marked prices 20% lower. What they didn't take into account was a lot of the higher sales that they're looking at are dead mint games. And I tried to explain that to them, but they weren't having it. So I just waited until half price day. And
Matt, did you
even
mansplain it to somebody?
how do you explain it and be nice to somebody who's not going to listen? And I'm like, okay, well, I'll come back tomorrow when nobody buys them. But yeah, all decent CIBs. This one had some water on it, but I dried it out well enough. And it is complete. I just have case protectors on it. So I got that. I got a Castlevania 4. And
God, I love that game.
Not Majesco. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Fantastic game. All decent shape. They weren't like smashed or anything like that. They're all somebody's games. I did buy this right away, regardless.
Yeah, can't go wrong with Zelda.
Yeah, I just talked it down a little bit on that one. I didn't wait till half price day. Same with this one. I just straight out bought it. But it is a little bit damaged. But the price still was less than what I would have expected. So, and then on half price day, I couldn't pass up ActRaiser for $10 or $15. I don't remember what it was. I love this game though.
I like that game too.
But I want to say there was Dracula X, and then they had a Final Fantasy 3 that they had marked at like $200, but it was kind of beat up, and I was like, I can get better on, and they wouldn't come down half price on half price day. It's like, okay.
Well, what I've learned in video game collecting, if it's not necessarily the best deal, you don't have to buy it.
Yeah. It was just cool that it was literally in my hometown, which is a town of 6,000 people. And I'm like, wow, these are still like around. So
yeah, and not only that, the find you got weeks prior in your hometown is absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, we're gonna have to go. We were gonna go over that on this episode, but that's just not gonna play out.
Man, per capita, Matt, you've pulled some of the most amazing shit in the world out of Seaside. I'm dead serious. Like, well, that's what it gets for being a tourist town, I guess. I don't know, man. Like, some of the best shit I've ever seen.
I'm sure some other people have pulled out some good wins here too.
Yeah. I've done some good stuff in Eugene, I'll tell you what.
There was almost it's kind of a hidden story, but there was almost a gold cart find here in Seaside too. Yeah, the person who came in talking about it disappeared. Based on the story, I had to think that it's legit, but it was just one of those people. When we had a video game store, it was a cool kid that I knew that ran it, that I would bring him games that he wanted. He'd buy them for me and resell them. He's the same kid I gave a huge Donkey Kong Country, one of those huge blockbuster, like 20-footer rollouts. I gave him that. I'm crazy sometimes. But anyway.
You sound like a dumbass to me.
That's true. That's possible. But somebody came in with an epic story saying that their brother or cousin or whatever, they brought in some of the games that he had in the attic, and they're like, yeah, he had this gold thing, and we were trying to figure out if it was real or not. And the story, I was just like, oh. And so he asked me, and I said, I can find a buyer for it.
How long ago was this, Matt?
This was quite a few years.
Like quite a few years, like 10? Like Nintendo age era? Earlier? Before?
No, it was I want to say 6 or 7 years ago.
The math checks out, and here's why. One of the gold cart winners actually lived in Beaverton, Oregon, and it's one of the undiscovered gold cartridges.
So maybe there was, but the kid never came back. And I had told the store owner, I said, look, there's not even any lowballing on this thing. If it's real, we'll just, we'll make a deal.
Okay. We'll talk a little more offline.
It was one of those.
What else did you win, Matt? Did
It's
you get
one of
anything?
those stories. I did. I gotta get these out of the way. So I'm just buying random stuff. I
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
are.
Why am I buying this
You're
stuff?
buying shit that I would buy. I don't know, dude. I
Ah,
don't know what you're doing.
weird. And then um let's here's I'm just gonna I'll stop with this. This is a big win for me. And it was on if anybody follows on my Instagram, you probably already know this, but I was pretty
Oh, you bought that?
yeah, you know who from.
I do?
Yeah,
Uh-uh.
Sam.
Oh, I did not know you bought that from. Hmm.
Yeah.
Nice score.
Uh,
I got mine graded. It's back, shipped it to the PWCC vault, and it is a 7.0A, which I'm perfectly fine with because it's He-Man and
yeah.
it's
Well,
so rare, man.
I'll tell you, I paid up for it, so it
Oh,
wasn't.
I paid $300 for mine, so I'm okay with.
Yeah, that's a great
Price.
deal. I'd do
Um,
$300 all day for.
like I feel like 7.0A on an Atari game is just fair enough to keep. If I would have got like a
Yeah,
6.5A plus, I would have been like, God damn it.
yeah.
Or
Atari.
a 7.5B plus. It's just like it looks nice across the board. 7.0A. I'm good with it. I don't plan on selling it unless I upgrade it. Um, as a kid, He-Man toys and playing with He-Man stuff was absolutely my first love, right? Just that was what I loved playing with was He-Man.
Yep.
All right.
What do you got?
I got a box full of stuff. You ready? Okay.
I'm ready.
Okay. We'll start off. I got this sealed crew ball off eBay. This thing is jacked up a little. Crew ball is a Motley Crew video game, pinball video game. Absolutely insane. EA published, really rare sealed. It's got a huge rip in the plastic on the side, and the bottom is cracked. I think I'm gonna just move this to Curtis. He was interested in it, and I bought it. Buy it now.
Are those hard to find?
What's that?
Is that hard to find?
Mm-hmm. And picked up a copy of Playing with Power DVD. This is narrated by Sean Austin. If you don't know who Sean Austin is, sorry. This is Brett Weiss is in this, and he was selling it at his booth at Midwest, so I picked that up. I also got a copy of Mother Earth on Blu-ray. This is the movie I was talking about, the Earthbound documentary by Christian, and yeah, and then I got a box more. Game I got back from WATA. This is Ben 10 Cosmic Destruction with the free poster inside. You can't find this. Really, really rare variant. It's factory sealed. Got a 9.6A plus. I like weird esoteric variants like this on DS, so I'll probably keep it and let it live with my Cars variants up there. Keep going. I picked up a nice electronic game, monthly Pokemon Gold.
That's
I might
nice
start sending
looking.
some of these into grade.
That looks pretty crisp on the front.
It looks just about brand new. It was $10. I didn't have a nice copy of that. I got a nice EGM collection. All right, moving along. There's the shirt for that documentary I got. Picked that up from Christian. See, I bought stuff at Midwest for myself. Got a nice WATA PSA Pikachu crossover thing with the Collectors Universe branding. I don't know. It's interesting. This was their New York City Comic Con shirt, and I spun the wheel and they were out of socks, so they said you can have this shirt. So,
Oh,
yeah.
oh, because you submitted there at WATA's booth.
What's that?
You submitted at WATA's booth to spin the wheel.
Yeah, I subbed 2 games that I bought at the show. So
I was gonna say you'd probably not in your win pile then.
no, then I got these.
I remember those when they used to pop
Yeah,
up.
I never picked them up when they were out, so I'm gonna try to put the set together sealed in the the cards, the blisters. And then this thing's pretty cool. Jeff Lee, who's the creator of Qbert, he was at the show, and he was just set up there on the outside of the vendor hall, along with other artists. And I'm like, man, this dude created Qbert, and he's just chilling here, and nobody's buying stuff from him. But Frank went and introduced me to him. Super nice guy. I picked up all of his paper swag that he was selling. So all these different books. There's a pixel coloring book he did for kids, and I was like, that's cool. So I bought a bunch of paper, realistically, and all these different sheets that he had done, these different art pieces. So they're just prints. There's the Qbert coloring book. I got 3 of those. I gave 2 to my kids. We colored on the way to Palm Springs. Qbert. I got a bunch of paper from him. Spent like $200 on a stack of paper, which is pretty common for me.
You're getting Andrew excited.
Yeah. He'll want this stuff. I have nowhere to set this. Hold on a second. Oops. Okay. A couple other cool things. I got this Wizards and Warriors off Heritage.
Ooh.
94A. Yeah.
Ooh.
Really nice copy. It needs a cleaning. I might be able to bump the seal grade a little bit, but I didn't have this sealed, so I picked it up.
Get that get that sticker off.
Yep. Couple other things, Matt, and then I'm done.
No, you're fine.
And then, since I love the Sega Master System, I bought a near full set of the demo kiosk cards for the Master System. So they had 2 Sega cards, or 3 Sega cards, I guess, that were part of the kiosk system. And then
I didn't know that.
The rest were cartridges, right?
Huh.
And they came in the Sega Master System kiosk. I'm missing Alex the Kid, and I believe they made a Moonwalker cartridge.
So they didn't have they didn't use just standard carts for that then?
Nope.
Wow.
Unique labels. Got the whole set almost.
That's an interesting find. How many were there?
It was $1,000. There's 13 games here. I'm like, under $100 a game. Get the whole set. One swoop. I can go buy Alex the Kid on eBay for $125. And maybe I'm almost positive there's Moonwalker on it. Maybe I'm mistaken, but
so you're saying there's about 15 demos?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's just a neat little set. I do sealed Master System. I've been buying the Tech Toy Brazilian releases as well. So it's fun to do, fun to collect. And then one last thing that I want to share. Play It Loud.
That's what I thought you were going to show. Yeah.
Factory sealed. Woo. If this doesn't scream 90s to you, I don't know what does, man. This is fantastic. Awesome. It's the clear one too, not the red, green, black, or yellow.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do with this guy. I'm not sure. But that's about it. There's probably stuff I missed, but yeah. Those are my wins. It was meaningful. So,
well, it's too bad Dan Kaplan wasn't here to show us his wins. But he was busy making mountains out of molehills.
Yeah, that's all you can do in a place like
Canada.
Yeah, in Alberta. A lot of flat land out there.
Making mountains out of molehills.
Mm-hmm. Mountains out of molehills. Try to just make.
It's one of those old sayings. You have to be like 40 plus to know.
Oh man, I hear it.
Try
not to make mountains out of molehills.
Yeah.
Just go climb some mountains.
Anything else?
No. Dan is slowly falling to our number 2 spot on Canadian. Yeah, Marty, the one-man party, didn't show up either in our comment section, so he's kind of off. Dylan's off. Caps is back to number 1. Yeah, you're fine, Dan.
Kind of like a score update.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, we didn't get a comment from other 2 Canadians. So
well,
so
We'll put together a scoreboard.
Scoreboard. Keep track.
Caps is on top for now. He's the top commenter. Well, maybe we'll give him a badge and award.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it for now.
Yeah. So next week we will be giving we'll be giving these away to the best comment in the comments. I'm not really putting any restrictions on that. So you get creative and we may take into account how many upvotes you get as well. So I may.
And somebody's gonna rig the system, dude.
I may. I may not. Or you may not. We'll take a vote.
All right.
We'll decide on camera.
Well, I like every comment that gets put on there. I don't know. Even if I don't like it, I like it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So if you want some WATA socks and you want a WATA bottle, WATA bottle. Yeah, that's it. That's all we got.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, hopefully we'll be talking about some PC games. And we need to have our friend on here pretty shortly. Bring on. Yes.
Rare's Market on eBay. Go look at that. That's cool stuff. And our other friend.
Yeah. It's time to bring guests on. All the distractions are out of the way. Hopefully. And I think we can make time and throw one of those episodes in here. So
if anybody else wants to come on and talk video games, or not even talk video games, I think that would be fun.
Yeah. Happy to have you on.
Mm-hmm.
Good times. All right. That's it. Looking forward to the comments. Thanks for watching. We appreciate you. Absolutely. All of you. It's just a lot of fun to talk video games. Hope you enjoy. If you have any thoughts, comments, leave them in the comments as well. You don't have to participate in the thing. I may just randomly select you anyway and then ship you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely do that. We'll see if we can get some CGC swag to all you CGC kids out there.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
DJ's got any swag?
Even better. If somebody wants to send us something to give away on the show, we will do that too. We've done that in the past. So we'll do that. We're just happy to give, happy to build a community of some sort, have fun and talk video games. That's basically why we're here. So that said, that's it. We're out of here.
Bye.
Peace out.